Hello family and friends. This is part 1 of the video for Geojedo. Yedo means an island which is the second largest city of South Korea after Jeju. It is located in the Gyeongsang province with Goyeon at its largest town where we were staying in the skyscraper Norwegian Woods on the 42nd floor. Here the sunset view was a treat every day. So our son joined us for a short visit from US after a tough visa process as those were COVID times. So we drove to Seoul to pick him up at the airport. The drive was wonderful with blue skies and fluffy blowing clouds rolling like cotton balls, a perfect canvas. We drove through this white magic in blue acres with joy in our hearts as we were to meet our son after a very long time, Arnav. Though this was not the best of the seasons, being July and was pretty warm, so he missed seeing Geoje at its best during the cherry blossom season or the autumn or the camellias blooming. But for a nature lover, Geoje is South Korea's best kept secret. Though it has turned into a commercial city, hence it is called Geoje Si and not Geojedo now, and it is still an island connected by two bridges nearby Pyongyang and Busan. Geoje is strategically located with respect to its proximity to Japan, and in the Korean War 1950 to 53 it was the settlement for 1.7 lakh prisoners of war. Today it has a booming industry of shipbuilding and current population of 2.32 lakhs with many beaches and spans around 401 square kilometers with 60 small islets of which 10 are inhabited. Geoje has a unique cultivation of mushrooms, pineapple and yuja, a popular fruit from which tea, skincare and paste is made. So we arrived at Incheon airport and spent a day at Seoul. Arno was very happy gorging with my homemade rajma paratha. We can say Arno was conceived in Geoje during an earlier stint 20 years back in South Korea. सिर्फ डिवाइडर ही आ रहा है, कुछ नहीं आ रहा।
और कौन है?
पानी के अंदर जा रहा है।
It's a big bridge.
So day 1 he visited the GyeongBokgung palace of King Taejo, the most popular location of Seoul. So you can rent a hanbok, which is a traditional Korean dress, at around 10,000 won per hour, and you get an entrance fee waiver. There are 3 entrance gates which are quite impressive, with the guards changing duty at fixed times, which one should witness. The whole palace is surrounded by mountains, and this was built in 1395 during the Joseon dynasty. However, this palace and the complex was burnt down by fire in 1592 during the Imjin War with the Japanese, and it was abandoned for around 2 centuries and in a very derelict condition. But somewhere in the mid 1950s, in the middle of 19th century, the restoration was taken up and completed on a grand scale. All the palaces and the 7,700 rooms were restored by the prince of King Gojong. Some 500 buildings were restored, but in the early 20th century it was again systematically destroyed by the Imperial Japan during its occupation of Korea. In 1915, on the pretext of holding an exhibition, 90% of the buildings were torn down. The Japanese leveled all and built their colonial headquarters there. Only the throne hall and Gyeongju pavilion survived, and 3 more halls. So when the Japanese left and after Korea became an independent country, restoration efforts had started, and restoration efforts are ongoing since a long time. The Japanese government building, which was built in front of the King's Hall, was removed in 1996, and the reconstruction efforts are ongoing. Only 30% of this reconstruction has been done till date, and it will take a long time for it to be restored to its previous glory. The King's Quarter, with intricate architecture and the reds and blues and greens, is truly amazing. So seeing all the people in the traditional dresses walking in on the pavilions transports one to the Joseon dynasty, and all those who are watching K-drama, they will be quite familiar with this. An audio guide is also available there, so I did not miss the opportunity of clicking with a family who looked very elegant in the traditional hanbok. These premises also house the National Palace Museum and a folk museum. So we enjoyed our morning at the GyeongBokgung Palace in Seoul. So after our time spent at the palace, we went to see the modern side of Seoul. Seoul, being the capital of South Korea, is a huge metropolis where modern skyscrapers, high-tech subways and pop culture meet Buddhist temples, palaces and street markets, with many notable attractions like apart from the palace which we visited, as a Geoje Si temple and the site of ancient locust and pine trees. It is home to the biggest K-pop labels, Korean BBQ restaurants, plastic surgery, popular makeup brands, and it has become one of Asia's most visited destinations for tourists. So we headed to Lotte World Tower and Mall, which is an iconic building in Seoul. The Seoul Sky Observatory is located at the top of the Lotte World Tower, which is the 6th tallest building, standing 123 stories and 550 meters high. As the tallest building in South Korea, it is the only place where you can take a gorgeous 360-degree view of Seoul and the capital of South Korea, roaring with brilliant history and dynamic modern culture. The observatory offers a diverse range of unique experiences that can be had with the thrilling height of 500 meters in the air, including the various exhibitions based on the theme The Pride of Korea. There is a cafe above the clouds which we dined at, with exclusive tower themed souvenirs. Visitors can see all the different facets of Seoul sky when you go to the Lotte World Tower. The Lotte World Tower has got various kinds of experiences. The Seoul Sky, where you can experience the magical feeling of walking in the sky on the world's tallest tower bridge with views of Seoul from the top 4 floors of this Lotte World Tower. Then you have the Signal Seoul, which is a cafe where you can have fine services.
Standing on the 123rd floor
You have the Lotte Museum, Lotte Concert Hall,
I bet
Lotte Cinema.
there could be no one who would not feel dizzy.
There is this another section with the avenue, which is for the luxurious shopping with all brands of high end available. So Seoul without visiting the Lotte World Tower would be incomplete. Seoul has a 50% of the Korean population. Also, it is just few miles away from North Korea. And being the capital city, it is 5 ancient royal palaces. And Korean food
From the top
like
floors,
tteokbokki
the World Tower
and
was
all traditional
awesome.
restaurants
And we could see
are
the entire city of Seoul
very
listed in the
famous.
mountains. It's totally worth the
So
time spent
being a
there.
Seoulite is a pride. So visiting Seoul, which is a blend of old and new, of modern skyscrapers and charming classic UNESCO buildings and settlements, and sampling its famous cuisine, would be a wonderful end to this day.
While descending from the top floors to the elevator, the lift elevator walls are displaying the entire Seoul looks during the night and a bit of Korean culture. Fantastic. While descending from the top floors, After the thrilling ride, going the elevator at high speed, we spend our time sampling food and doing a bit of shopping, eating chocolates, ice cream. Generally having a good time.
So after one day stint at Seoul, we started driving towards our main location Geoje, and we drove along a very picturesque road in a wonderful season. We wanted to share with Arnav all the stunning landscapes of Geoje, from its vibrant culture to all the sightseeing spots. So en route we just dropped at Muju ski resort for a peep, which was non-functional as it was summers. So this is one of the very popular ski locations of Korea. There are around 15 lifts here with a 21.8 km slope for skiing and snowboarding at an elevation of 1500 meters. We had come here with our daughter when she was very young, 7 years old, maybe around 20 years back. So there are places to stay here. We had also stayed overnight, a pool and shops to hire your skiing gear. So here this time we just had some coffee and snacks at a very cute cafe and took some souvenirs. And the shop where we took the souvenirs was so cute, and every item on display was very artistic. Muju is surrounded by mountains called the Geoje Mountain National Park. The ski pricing over here is maybe 45,000 won upwards per person. So after a short stint here, we landed at Geoje at our apartment. So Geoje is a truly hidden gem of South Korea, and it's I would say the best kept secret. I hope it is continues to be a secret, because then it will become very touristy and commercial. So there are many popular tourist locations, but many untrodden spots for nature enthusiasts or a history buff or simply someone seeking relaxation. Geoje has everything. The popular places like Myeongseong and Fortress and Botanical Garden and Jungle Dome, Prisoners of War Camp, Bamboo Park, Odio Memorial Park, Yi Sun Park, Jismido and Oedo Islands. These were the locations which we could not visit, but we went to a few other popular and offbeat places which were close by, which we loved. One among them was Geojedo, which is close by, and it's in Ireland with two spectacular cafes. The cafes in South Korea, and especially in this side of Geoje, are each one of them are having wonderful views and good places to spend time, and all of them made on locations which are having either sunset views or sunrise, and done very well. So one such cafe which we discovered is Suyap Yoshu Park at Geojedo, which offers a glimpse of Geoje's fishing history. It has a children's library, a gallery and an observatory with free entrance. The views here are unbelievable and just picture perfect. The sunset is breathtaking. My son loved this place and wanted to spend a lot of time and come here again and again. So we have had discovered a very beautiful Buddhist temple right up on top of a mountain, surrounded by all coniferous trees on the slope, with a very wonderful priest in the temple who would always give us chocolates. This place we would not find on the tourist map, and just found it while exploring different places in Geoje. And here there is a park where we can sit and also have a picnic, just at the foot of the monastery. And my son, he simply loved this place and would want to go to it again and again, because the peace over there is so wonderful that one would not want to leave this location.